you were depressed at the time, or slightly depressed at the time you wrote it. What was the cathartic aspect? What were you depressed about? Was it the pressure maybe, or some other things that happened?
No. I think that you know, being a musician in New York is a really challenging thing to do, and I have been, you know, it's funny because I think when this album first came out, people were like, oh, there's, you know, this band just came out of nowhere, you know, who is this band? And like, well, this band is like, we've been making music forever. Like we've been touring and like working really hard, playing every night for like, I mean, I've been making music in New York for probably 12 years now. And after doing that for a long enough time and sending the album to enough people and they just don't care, you know, it can be kind of frustrating. It's funny, when we finished this album, we were like, all right, I wonder if we can release it a little further. So we sent it out to everyone, like you do. Like all the major labels got it. They all listened to it, and they all were kind of like, you know, none of them cared. They all wrote back like, yeah, whatever. And then when the album, we released it, and it ended up doing so well, it hit like #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, which is a huge chart in America. So when it hit there, every single one of those labels called us the next day. Like every single one. They were like, hey, we love this music, you know? And I'm like, you mean the album that you didn't like before we made it sell, you know? So it's like that kind of frustration, like it can be really hard to keep your head up as a musician in New York. So
is that a bit of a revenge also a little bit against those labels? Or?
I wrote an open letter to them. It was really funny. I was like, dear major label executive, thank you for your sudden and aggressive interest in our album. I don't know if you realize it, it's the same one we sent you 6 months ago that you didn't like. I understand seeing it sell can make you like it more, you know, whatever. At the end I was like, unfortunately we don't have room for you in our company right now, but we'll keep you in the loop as to what we do from now on. It was really
pretty
funny.
awesome.
Yeah.
Last question, will New York be the ground where you will operate from? Or do you think it's maybe also at some point would be more relaxing to go somewhere else to work?
I love New York, and I love the city of New York. I think that I'll always have a home base there. But as I travel, you know, I'm so lucky to get to travel so much right now and see so much of the world. Like, so many awesome places. Like, we were just saying on the way here, like, I would love to live somewhere like this. I would love to live, you know, I just spent a month in London, and it was so amazing the whole time. So many great new things to discover. So I think New York will always be the base, but we definitely will be spread out around.
Oh yeah, finally last question. The video that you made for the song Light Outside we just talked about, can you, I know who is mostly involved, but can you briefly explain how the idea was turned into the visual?
That was all the people that made the video for us. They came to us with this idea, and you know, it really, like, I think I can write songs, and I'm good at telling stories that way, but that's really kind of where I draw the line. There's people that professionally make videos and have the ability to express themselves so well through that kind of stuff. And the people that made the video, like, they were acting in it too. They were acting in it too.
They did everything.
And they're a couple.
Really
talented. They're like this beautiful, wonderful married couple, and they, you know, make these beautiful videos together. And we reached out to them. We saw something else they made and just said, hey, we like that, and they said, oh, we'll make a video for you for Light Outside, and we were like, go for it. And they just came back with this beautiful thing.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was really great.
Sweethearts.
Yeah.
They were in another video too.
Yeah.
So they will be your...
I would love to keep them around as much as we can. They're cool, just because they're sweet people too.
They will portray the non-fiction and the fiction of your song.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time.
Oh yeah, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
No problem.